Have you ever seen an amazing photo on Instagram or Facebook that made you book a trip? Only to arrive and find something completely different. Have you ever seen a beautiful empty pier just waiting for you to jump on the Ferris wheel and soak in the views, only to show up and you're shoulder to shoulder with thousands of other people waiting to do the same thing? Well, we're here to help sort real from fake, and we're going to test your ability to spot real destinations from fake ones and real photos from doctored ones. Grab a pen and some paper and let's see how you do. Hi, I'm Greg from Passports to Places. In today's video, we're going to test your knowledge in determining the fake from the real. AI has become big business in the world of social media, from talking yetis to corporate spokespeople. An estimated 378 million people use AI daily, from virtual assistants to search engines, online shopping to self-driving vehicles. In fact, you're using AI every time you ask Siri, Alexa, or Google a question. There's no doubt the future of AI is just getting started. AI is transforming the travel industry in huge ways, touching everything from how travelers plan their trips to how companies manage operations. For travelers, AI is creating customized experiences, providing dynamic price alerts, seamless booking, facial recognition for boarding flights, or passing through security and customs. AI is also creating travel content with ultra-realistic photos and videos, and that's what we're focusing on today. Make sure to post your score in the comments below when we're finished, and let us know which photo and video surprised you most. Now let's get started. In our first set of challenges, we're going to focus on which photos or videos are real and which ones are AI generated or doctored. Nearly 7 million people visit the Eiffel Tower each year. So for your first question, is this photo real or AI? The answer is actually both. This is the original photo taken with crowds of tourists, which, with 7 million visitors annually, you're most likely to encounter. But with AI, I've just improved it to look a little bit less touristy. Give yourself a half a point if you guessed real, and a full point if you guessed AI. Next, let's look at this house in Norway and see if you can identify which one is real and which one is fake. This one or this one? If you guess this one, give yourself a point. This is real, and this one is AI. Next, the famous Fushimi Inari Taisha in Kyoto, Japan. Which of these is real and which is AI? This is the real one, and this is the fake one. Did you get that one? If you did, give yourself a point. People dream of chasing the northern lights. I've been lucky enough to see them in person myself, so I could tell if these lights are fake or real. Can you? Did you guess AI? Then you'd be wrong. This photo is actually real. How you doing so far? You have 4 out of 4? All right, let's keep going. How about this one? Real or AI? This is 100% real. It's one of the few pink salt lakes found in Australia. Up next, this unusual and colorful formation. Are we looking at AI or real? Once again, this is 100% real. It's known as the Fly Ranch Geyser in Nevada. It has an amazing story of how it was created, dating back to 1916. Go check it out. Have you ever been to Pulpit Rock in Norway? If you have, you should be able to tell which of these is real and which of these is AI. Oh, this was a trick question, because they're both real. Give yourself a half a point for each one you said was real. Now let's look again at the real photo on the right and see what AI can do to show you how simple it is to create or doctor a photo to deceive you. Pretty amazing, right? Although if you looked closely, the bird in the air didn't fly, so AI is not always perfect. Let's move on to our next photo. Is this real or AI? The answer, like the Eiffel Tower earlier, is both. This is Seljalandsfoss in Iceland, but it's been doctored using AI to remove the crowd, giving you the impression that you could see this wonderful waterfall without any crowds, when in reality, it's just not the case. Give yourself a half a point if you guessed real, and a full point if you guessed AI. How about this one? I'm sure for many of you, it's a very familiar place. Is it real or is it AI? This was probably the easiest one on our list so far. This, of course, is AI. If you've been to St. Peter's Basilica, you'll know, most of the time, it looks like this. Next up, real or AI. Straight out of a scene from the Avatar movie, or Jurassic Park, this is the Zhangjiajie National Park in China, so it's definitely real. Next on the list, this is Angkor Wat in Cambodia. But this image is actually created with AI. Let's take a break from the quiz, and we'll talk about another deception in photographs. Have you ever seen photos like this? This is Limpun Yang in Bali, Indonesia. Now, while these photos are all real, there is deception behind them. When you visit, you'll have to take a number and wait in line for your turn. And these waits can be as long as 4 hours. People have been known to leave their hotel at 4 a.m., arrive at 6 a.m., and still have an hour to wait for their chance to take this iconic picture. Not only that, you only have 1 minute to get the picture you desire. And there's no telling what time of day, the weather, whether you'll have sun or shade to get that perfect shot. Another sneaky tidbit, there is not actually any water in front of the gates. This is just a mirror held up by the photographer to create the illusion of water. Okay, let's get back to the quiz. How about this boat floating in the crystal clear waters? Did you think it was AI? Well, how about now? Does this change your mind? In fact, the first picture is real, but I used AI to create the movement of the water and the boat. If you guessed real for the picture, you earned a point. How about this shot? A lonely tree in the red desert of Wyoming. This actually is just an AI-generated tree in a fictional place. So if you guessed AI, you're correct. Here's a lady leaning against a chair in what seems to be a lake of very shallow water. Is this real or AI? If you guessed real, you're absolutely correct. This is the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia. A man with his feet dangling off the edge of a jagged rock. Is this AI or real? Known as Xinlin Stone Forest in China, this is a real photo. How about the lake that seems to be sitting on the edge of an ocean cliff? You would probably think this is real, but it actually is real. This is the Faroe Islands. Now a tropical island full of palm trees, with a beautiful beach below as a hiker makes his way back at sunset. Is this real or AI? This photo is actually AI generated. Have you gotten them all right so far? How about 50%? Either way, let's keep going. A misty fall morning in the mountains. Real or AI? This is really AI. Almost got you there. It's totally AI. Finally, a picture from another planet. A picture from this planet, or completely AI generated. This, in fact, is Bisti de Nazen in New Mexico. If you guessed real, you finished strong. So out of 19 photos, how many did you identify correctly? If you got 15 or more, you know your stuff and can identify a misleading photo or video on social media. If you guess between 10 and 14, you may need to do a little bit more research before booking your next trip. And if you finished under 10, you probably should leave that booking to the professionals. Let us know how you did in the comments and if anything stood out to you. We'd love to hear. Thanks for watching, and we hope you've earned a better understanding of how AI is changing the way we see things and influencing our decisions on where we travel. Instagram shots are not always what they're cracked up to be. Research your destination carefully and don't rely on one single post or article. Hey, if you found this video helpful or informative, we'd appreciate a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.